So we've got here a couple of Louis Vuitton items that have been damaged in a fire. They have smoke damage. Wouldn't technology be great if you could actually smell them through the camera? Unfortunately, you can't. So we're going to have to try to remove all the smoke damage, which you can clearly see here on this particular one. You can sort of see all the smoke damage there, where obviously you can see the line here, where it's got it. You can see there where it's clearly been smoke damaged all the way around, and you can see there what colour it should be, but you can see here particularly where it's had a card in where it's been smoke damaged. The bag is exactly the same. That has had smoke damage, which you can clearly probably see here on the top where it's a darker shade, and here again you can see the staining coming through here, and it's got it all over the sort of areas here as well. So we've got to try to remove all of that with the cleaning. We are going to be using the Aniline cleaner because I believe that is going to be probably the safest option with this, because the print is going to be very fragile on here at the moment, and I'm going to opt for using the natural horsehair fibres with this particular brush, and the natural sort of fibres on the Tampico, which come from the like the cacti type plant. So obviously that's going to be quite a safe one. And we're going to go for the liquid version and the mousse, and I may even opt to use a bamboo pad as well. So what we're going to do first of all, I'm going to start off with the little sort of document card holder. We've got a bamboo pad, a bamboo cloth, and we've got the terry towel. We're going to use them to wipe away any residues. So first of all, what I'm going to start with the, both of these are obviously natural brushes, but I'm going to start with this one in particular at the beginning, because this is the horsehair brush, and I'm going to use the actual Aniline cleaner. I'm going to put that into the brush, because what I want to do is to put that into the brush, and then I'm going to use that to go over the item itself to try to, work up a nice sort of lava foam on the surface to help to remove the actual damage that the smoke has caused, and that's also going to help sort of remove the smell that would have created as well. Not that technology is that far advanced at the moment to allow us to smell that difference, but you can certainly see, the smoke damage that's coming off there from the fire that it was going through. So again, we've got it in here, so let's just wipe that out of there to get that cleaned out, and you can see in there again how much has come off that was encapsulated in the brush. So again, spray into the brush, and this time we're going to agitate over near this edge here where we showed you that the damage was on that red section, and we need to obviously try to remove that to get that cleaned out again. So give that a good scrub. We might need to go to a slightly stiffer brush, which we would go to the Tampico. That's going to give us a little bit more biting power, but again we can see plenty of dirt coming off here, which is absolutely amazing, which is exactly what we want to achieve. So again, wipe that away, and you can sort of see it's not quite a nice pure white. It's not as dirty as what it was previously compared to here, but again it is removing more of that smoke damage, which is what we need it to do. And you can see here where it's removing the smoke damage on the surface. So let's give that a nice wipe over, and then we can see what that looks like once it's dry, and then I can show you on the camera to show you the difference of what it looked like originally. And then we're going to proceed to do exactly the same to the handbag. So let's show you that, and you can see that there straight away, and you can see the difference. That is looking absolutely fantastic once again, and I think we're going to remove all the discoloration that it caused there as well. Okay, so the document wallet, card holder, whatever you want to call it, contain driving license and things like that, or whatever you want to put in it, that has been done. So that would just be left now to put a protector over. So now we're going to proceed to clean the handbag, and the zip here as well has got like charring from the smoke damage, from the fire. And this one does smell pretty bad. So I'm going to use the mousse cleaner this time. Put the mousse straight onto the item, and then I'm going to use the Tampico brush this time along with the bamboo fibre towel to get into this to clean this, because this is a much bigger surface and I want to clean this a lot sort of faster than what we were previously. So again, we're going to use the Aniline mousse LRC 8, put the mousse onto the item like so, and then we're going to use the brush to work in a circular motion to give that a really good clean. And I think I'm just going to do this little central part, and you're going to see a huge difference here, I think, with the way that's cleaned it up and brightened the material. You can see the colour of the brush there, certainly. But that is, yeah, the dirt and grime coming off. And look at the difference there straight away You can see that we've still got a little bit of a faint line there from where it's been smoke damaged, but it's not too bad. I don't know whether it would actually pick it up on the camera. I can just about see it because I know where it is. You might see if I show you, there's a very faint line just about here somewhere. I can just about see it. You might not see it on the camera. I can just about see it because I know where it is because I'm focused on there. So it's just there. So we need to try to focus on getting that removed. But we need to just continue to proceed to carry on cleaning the way we were, putting the product either on it or on the brush, and just keep on going over the surface to try to remove all of the smoke damage staining that we've got on this Louis Vuitton bag. We're using the Tampico brush to go over and do this. I might just swap to use the bamboo pad in a moment once we've got the majority of this off, and then use the bamboo pad. The bamboo pad's quite a good one with it being antimicrobial. It's actually very good, but you can see the dirt on here. It's you know, where it's damaged, but we'll swap to a clean side and we can show you what that is like. Again, with the amount of smoke damage that it's taken off the surface of this bag, but it's already looking a lot better. You can see the dirt that's on there from the smoke damage, certainly pretty bad. So let's try to get some of the zip cleaned up here where you can see that's pretty dark. You can see that on the zip here where it's all, you know, it's nice and clean here, and then it goes real dark here, as you can see. So let's get that sort of cleaned up if we can. So again, spray onto the brush, and I'm just going to go over that and onto the fabric. This isn't going to harm the fabric as the product. It's absolutely perfectly fine. This is going to allow us to get that you know, the teeth of this zip really nicely cleaned up and make that shine nicely once again. So let's give that a real good scrub on the top surface here. This also gives us a chance to get the brush down here as well, into these areas where the handle is, to give that a good clean up on that section, to get behind there where smoke damage will definitely have got into. So let's give that a wipe over again, and then I can show you on the camera exactly what we've done there to clean up that zip, and it's looking actually fantastic. So yeah, it's looking brilliant. So I just got to try to work on that little bit of a staining that I know is just here. But as far as the zip is concerned, as you can see, you know, we're looking absolutely amazing. You know, you can see there the colour of the zip is absolutely brilliant. You can tell where I've not cleaned here, but all this here, yeah, looking fantastic. So yeah, that's looking great. So we can carry on cleaning the main zip area. Again, just going up and down with the zip to try to get the smoke damage off there. It's also going to help to clean any smoke residue smells out of the fabric with doing it this way. So that's going to be a great way to get rid of those smoke residue smells as well. That's got into the fabric of the actual zip itself. And again, you can see the dirt coming off there around the zip area. And we can do this section now as well, because I can see where it's slightly dark damaged here from the smoke. Again, give it a real good scrub to get that cleaned over. And then we can carry on trying to remove the staining on the front. It might be that we have to go to a slightly stronger product, possibly have to go to like an ink and stain remover, or even you know, maybe LRC1 leather cleaner, or to an ink and stain remover or something like that. But that's the back side there, as you can see. You can still see all the damage, and we're trying to sort of get this front section cleaned up here, and I need to try to get this out, what we see here. So let's give the brush a little bit of a clean into the cloth, get rid of some of that dark staining so we're not like putting that back into the actual item. And let's use the liquid version this time. Now we know this is safe to put it on. I'm going to spray this on and just allow that to sit, and I'm just going to rub that in with my hand slightly to try to get into the grain to help us lift, because it could just be that there's dirt that's got into this sort of graining pattern of the Louis Vuitton bag, and we just need to try to sort of get that lifted out. Then give it a bit more of a scrub, a little bit harder. You don't want to rub too hard, obviously, with what you're doing. Create that nice sort of foam lather that you want to create there, nice sort of, you know, foaming mousse on the surface. Give it a little bit of a scrub for a little bit longer. Work in that particular area, straight lines, and then finishing off in circles, in a circular motion, to see whether we can remove the damage on this bag. And I think that has actually done it. If anything, we've got a little bit of darkness just here, which I can see, but the actual line itself has actually gone. So you can see there, the line itself has actually gone that was created through here. So yeah, that's gone now. So we've actually won on that side. So we just need to concentrate on this little area here to try to get that removed. So I'm going to put the bag down and I'm going to put it here and I'm going to rub that in again with my fingers to try to get that in. And what that's doing is it's trying to get it into that area, and then I can put a little bit more pressure on with the brush to get deep into those sections to give it a really good clean. Obviously you can use this on the brass work as well, so on any of the metal work it's not going to harm that sort of hardware area, it's not going to do any damage to the hardware, and it's going to help sort of clean that up. And obviously giving it a real good scrub, you're going to get rid of that smell from the fire that this particular item has been sustained to, so that's going to help, you know, get rid of that as well. So I think that has also got rid of all of that, and we are certainly onto a winner here with this one. So yeah, very happy with that. We've got rid of all the staining. The smell is completely gone. All I can smell now is leather. Obviously from the scents that's in this particular leather cleaner, this is obviously isn't leather, but I can smell, you know, leather scents in here. That is the result. That is a nice clean bag, and that's exactly how we're going to do the opposite side, but that is how you would remove all the smoke damage on a fashion item, and that's how we've done it on this Louis Vuitton bag and the little Louis Vuitton card holder with our Leather Repair Company products. Thanks very much, guys. Right, so there we go, guys. That is exactly how we have got the bag cleaned up. We are going to have a very delighted, very happy client that we have saved their favourite bag from being destroyed and going into landfill. We have used the Aniline leather cleaner LRC7 and we have used the Aniline Mousse LRC8 along with the Tampico brush and the small, what I call almost like the pastry brush, but it's, yeah, this is horsehair fibre on here. We didn't have to use the bamboo pad in the end. We did use the bamboo towel and the terry towel, but that is exactly how you do it. Any information that you need about restoring these, we have franchises around the United Kingdom. They are there to help you, and they will help guide you through with doing items like this particular one, or you can buy the products, obviously DIY, but you know, head on over to a franchisee, get them to give you a quote, get them to do the work for you. They are leading professionals in our industry, you know, globally as well, so definitely go on over there to the website leatherrepaircompany.com. If you do need to contact us, the email is help@leatherrepaircompany.com.